What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another edition of Pivotal Moments. My name is Samuel Njoku, host of Ravens Talk. I know this is an episode that I did quite frequently in the early goings of the season, but unfortunately, due to obligations with AFC North Roundtable, where I co-host, and Locked On Ravens, where I'm a frequent guest, recurring guest, I didn't want to put a B product out there for you guys. I didn't want to put out something that was going to be less than up to my standards. So I decided to put this on the back burner. This is something I still do on a weekly basis on my own, just to get a good idea of what the Ravens are doing matchup-wise with their opponents and what they did well or poorly the week prior. But again, didn't want to put a bad product out there for you guys because my obligations were at the forefront. I got lots of positive feedback from this, so I wanted to continue it now with AFC North Roundtable being done for the season with the Bengals, Steelers, and Browns out of playoff contention, out of the playoffs. I can focus on what the Ravens are doing and trying to get that third Lombardi trophy, which Ravens fans are very excited about. Let's start with the Ravens and Steelers game, because this wildcard round was very much anticipated. Two heated rivals going at each other in Baltimore. The Ravens have never faced the Steelers in M&T Bank Stadium in the postseason before. Lamar Jackson's second crack at the Steelers at home as well. Third crack, I would say. The second crack was in the 34-17 victory in week 16, and this will be his third crack in the postseason to get the job done against the Steelers. So the narrative of this game was Zay Flowers. The absence of Zay Flowers, a lot of people were talking about his absence causing the Steelers to possibly load the box, get guys at the line of scrimmage, really inhibit what the Ravens are trying to do with Derrick Henry. So I saw a lot of that being spoke about in social media, but I retorted with the fact that the Ravens don't necessarily need Zay Flowers to get separation for Derrick Henry. I mean, yes, Zay Flowers does create a matchup problem because he's so good at gaining separation quickly if the Steelers were deciding to blitz and if the tackles of the Ravens, Rosengarten and Stanley, were having difficulties with their pass rushers. But that wasn't the case in this one. We mentioned it on the podcast as well. Justice Hill is going to play a huge part. Colin Wallace and Nelson Aguilar will need to step up as well. I believe they did. And this is a good example. So let's look at the first touchdown for the Ravens to Rashad Bateman. I think this really set the tone for the game, in my opinion, and really let the Steelers know, hey, we could beat you through the run or through the air. Pick your poison. Talked about the Steelers loving to run man coverage. This is no different in this one. You see man coverage here for Rashad, man coverage here. Nelson Aguilar, Colin Wallace, man coverage here. At the linebacker on Justice Hill. This guy's obviously going to be a free runner. And we have Patrick Queen on Mark Andrews. Now, Mark Andrews is going to sit here and chip block, maybe actually hold a block here with Rosengarten for TJ Watt. And we have the safeties out there playing cover two. So cover two high safety look. Ravens love this look. They love attacking this look. A lot of teams love running this because it definitely gives them some room to make some exceptional plays. You saw the safeties in this play try and jump routes. Just got a good idea of what the Ravens are trying to do. If Lamar tries to take it himself, they have the safeties out there to minimize the damage. So let's start the play and see what happens here. Again, the Steelers are very poor, at least in the last 5 weeks now, at communicating, throwing motions, trouble with misdirection, stuff like that. So I'd say about 80-85% of the time, the Ravens had somebody moving the motion. Get these guys talking. Let's see if no mistake can happen. The Steelers played this decent. This is more of a man beater, in my opinion, and just Lamar being exceptional, Rashad being exceptional. Some good schemes out here from Todd Monken, but for the most part, it wasn't the motion that got him. It was the Ravens. Let's start the play. The motion, Rashad Bateman. Ball is hiked. Let's stop here. You see here, 24 on Colin Wallace. He's moving over this way. And what do you see here? A pick, traffic. We talked about this early in the season. We want the Ravens to get some muddy traffic here in the middle of the field. A lot of teams like to run this. The Chiefs run it to perfection. We've seen the Dolphins do it. Other teams have had success against the Ravens doing it. So let's try and get that going in this offense. The Ravens have done a stellar job, especially in the latter portions of the season, getting those picks in middle of traffic, forcing these defenders away from the receivers and getting some wide open looks. But right here, you see the man in the match, really, is Colin Wallace. Colin Wallace does a good job picking this guy as well as moving this safety. Okay, so that's what we're going to look at here. Pay attention to that side of the field because that's where Rashad Bateman is going to get his open free look. Now, let's not forget to mention that Rashad Bateman cooks his corner. I mean, he absolutely cooks him. But because the safety is watching where this receiver is going, that gives Bateman the open look in the middle of the field. But let's take a look at it. All right. Perfect. Can't stop it. Can't stop it. Let's take a look at it from this angle. Because right here, you can take a look at Minkah Fitzpatrick and number 25 here. They're going to have difficulties here. You actually get to see the corner have to make a decision, freelancing a little bit to try and help them stop this play. No avail. Lamar moves the guy in motion. Ball's hiked. You can see Tylan Wallace right here taking number 24 out of there. You can actually see the pick here. Look at that space. Lamar has options here. He has the free running safety, Nelson Aguilar. He can get a decent gain. You can't see it on camera, but there's a man on Justice Hill. So there may be some traffic here that Lamar tries to avoid here. But watch the safety. He's looking at Nelson Aguilar. Tylan Wallace here. He holds his attention. He sees the pick. He's worried that, okay, maybe this pick might affect 24 as well. Let me be up here up top to help and support. So he chases after him. Nobody's watching Rashad Bateman. Target numero uno. Run across here. Lamar's already throwing the football. He sees that the defender here picked a little bit. Defender also notices Lamar. Lamar has to put this in an area where this defender can't get it. And, of course, Rashad Bateman can get it. Let's watch the end of this play. Ooh, look at that. Lamar Jackson can't throw the football? Where? How? Tell me. Huge grab. Touchdown. Fantastic. Let's take another look at it because I do love me some football, especially stellar football. Lamar Jackson, motion guy. The communication here, 41's like, do you know what you're doing, 39? Tylan Wallace takes over with the safety. Pass, touchdown. So you don't need Zay Flowers. You'd love to have him, but the Ravens have weapons. Here, Rashad Bateman is a difference maker. But don't forget, Tylan Wallace, the scheme that Todd Monken drew up to move that safety away to give Rashad Bateman an opportunity to get that touchdown grab. All right, the next play here, we skipped the Derrick Henry touchdown because I wanted to take a look at this one. This is another stellar performance by Lamar Jackson to, take what the defense gives you. But there's also something that a lot of Ravens fans may not have seen in this play that gives you hope, again, for what this offense can really do. This is the touchdown grab to Justice Hill to really give the Ravens a lead. Seconds left in the first half. Lamar and the Ravens are trying to put points on the board. They're thinking 7, not 3. We have here Justice Hill again in shotgun with Lamar. Lamar loves to run in shotgun. We got a play that we see a lot with the Ravens with Mark Andrews really looking like a receiver here with Tylan Wallace on this side. But I want you to pay attention to number 7. Pay attention to number 7 in this play because, this is another instance where Rashad Bateman goes crazy. And this could have been a second grab for Rashad Bateman. Let's take a look. Bateman's moving in motion this time. Ooh-wee. Now look at this muddled field. The Ravens like to do this, and spoiler alert, the Bills love to do this too. Sometimes they'll have 3 guys on one side of the field and 1 guy on the opposite side of the field to get that one-on-one matchup. That's what we're seeing here with Isaiah Likely, one-on-one over here. But look at this pass rush here. Not a lot to think of. I'm very surprised that Lamar didn't throw this thing sooner, but I see the muddy mess in the end zone. Maybe he's trying to make sure he doesn't throw the costly turnover, which was what I was thinking about when I watched this game. Let's continue to play and see what happens. I'll stop when you see it. Boom. Number 7, wide open. Very similar play to what we saw the first time around, but take a look at this pressure. There's guys coming at Lamar. He's sensing trouble brewing. So he has to wait to toss it. He doesn't want to cause a strip fumble, something that happened in the second meeting between these two teams, but very close to being Rashad Bateman touchdown. He has to maneuver out of that pocket. He bulls and gets away. Bateman's still open, but you still got some trouble over here. So you want to make sure you're not, causing any strife. And then look at this open space. Why wouldn't Lamar go with the easy pitch and catch? He does that. He sees Justice Hill, and Justice Hill just runs it in. But that was another fantastic job by Rashad Bateman to get open. And Bateman could have had his second touchdown were it not for the pressure that came when Ronnie Stanley was trying to stop. I believe that's Highsmith. But man, what a great way for the Ravens to get up to a 21-0 lead, really break the backs of the Steelers team, take the fight out of them. But yeah, Rashad Bateman, man, great job. Great job also by Justice Hill to understand that, Lamar needs some help, get open in space, and just waltz in for the touchdown. Great job. Okay, final play of the day. I think I'm going to stop it here, but I want to make sure we take a look at what Lamar Jackson is meaning for this team. And we think we've seen this clip on social media if you are active on there, what Lamar was able to do. This touchdown run goes to Derrick Henry. But again, it's 21-7. The Steelers are thinking, okay, we got a chance to come in here and close this thing out. Let's make this a game again. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys in the box. That's too few. I guess you can count this guy if you want to, but out of respect for the Steelers, I will not count that. Ravens, motion again. Now, what are you doing with that motion? You're moving a man away. Moving a man away from the play. Superb. So that's one man away. Take a look. One man away from the box. Perfect. Ball snapped. Remember, read option is the name of the game for the Steelers. Notice that the linebackers have not moved yet. They're waiting to see. I talked about this on social media. Steelers like to implement a kind of read and react. A lot of teams do this with the Ravens, obviously, but the Steelers wanted to make sure that Lamar wasn't killing them. So they wait. But remember, it's 21-7. It's 21-7. You're trying to make sure you can stop this play, give your offense a chance. You get antsy. You don't do your assignments. Boom. Remember I said read and react? The Steelers read and waited, and still 1, 2, 3 guys going towards Lamar Jackson. Still. Bad mistake. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going all the way. A little stiff arm to Patrick Queen to finish it off. But this play is all Lamar. Let's look at it again from this angle. Moves the guy in motion. Look at the linebackers. Look at him read it. Boom. 50's already sold. He's gone. He said, this is Lamar. Gosh darn it. No matter what you think, this is Lamar. He flies. 25 is there in support. 39 is there in support. Everybody forgot about Mr. 240-pound monster, Derrick Henry. He takes it. He takes it. Boom. Get out of the way, Patrick. I'm in this business. I'll see you in the divisional round. What's up, Buffalo? Huge play by the Ravens. Huge concepts. Things that we've seen all season long came to fruition here. The Steelers, great respects to them. Their defense is solid. Even better than solid. Superb in some aspects. They look like kids. Boys among men in Baltimore in the wild card round. And now the Ravens have a shot to do this against a defense in Buffalo that, let's be real, aren't nearly as good as Pittsburgh. The Buffalo Bills have their hands full. Ravens have their hands full too. I won't say it's just a one-sided affair, but this run team is going to be a problem to stop. And Derrick Henry is a big part of that. Don't sleep on Lamar Jackson. Everything goes through him. When Lamar has success, Derrick Henry has success, and vice versa. That's going to do it for us here at Pivotal Moments. Almost said Ravens talk, but Pivotal Moments. It's been fun. We're going to do some Buffalo Bills reaction once that game is over. Hopefully, the Ravens come out on top, and we head to the AFC Championship game once again. It's going to be a big fight, but the Ravens can get it done. If the Steelers game is any implication, or indication, I should say, it's going to be a big, big fight for the Ravens and a tall task for Buffalo. See you soon.